Oh, my days. Oh, my Dales.
Oh, nicely played. Beautifully played.
Mark is here with us. Goodness me, we've been gripped by this, Mark. It's always... we love it when these storylines really catch a fire and everybody's talking about it. And lots of people will have a different reaction to the different perspectives on it. He's got a lot going on, Marlon, right now.
He's in a moral labyrinth, is where he is, really, and he can't see a way out, because this story, I was just saying before, I don't think it's been told before in this way, in drama. I can't think of a show that's done this story in the way that we're doing it, so it makes me very proud. But, you know, I might be wrong about that, but I don't think so. And what's great about it, like you just implied, is that you go online, you know, you shouldn't really go below the line because that way madness lies.
Too scary.
But when you do, the opinions really split, you know, and that's what we wanted from it. It was always going to be divisive. It was never going to be a blanket. Yeah, and that's what it is for people, right? And it's so complicated because even as we sat here right now, the law is evolving to try and catch up with science and you know, the moral complexities of it all.
I think that's one of the best things about... He's chewing my shoe. I wouldn't let anybody do that, you know, but I will let him do it. He was really chewing my shoe. That's one of the brilliant things about soaps, I think, is there isn't that lead time where if you were doing a play or a movie or something like that, soaps can directly reflect exactly what is going on within medicine, science, politics, whatever.
We exist in the same present as the audience, all the time. We're in there now all the time, and it's a unique position, really.
Correct.
But what Rona's done there by changing the plan and suddenly come out, just in terms of their experience and Marlon's experience with her, that's going to be quite triggering, isn't it? Because it's going to sort of bring up a lot of memories.
It does. It's sort of like it throws him into a quandary. He overreacts. You know, he does overreact.
He's quite an emotional character.
He is. But because after he had a stroke a couple of years ago, and he feels that it's left him. He feels slightly inadequate in some ways, and he projects it onto Rona that she's making all these decisions without him, and it makes him think about the past and about how. You know, there's been a couple of times where she's tried to take their son away from him, and so he uses all this stuff, and he boxes himself into a corner, and it's not her fault. She's just done what she thinks is right, but he thinks she's planned it. He thinks she's just not letting him on the secret, and it's been great to play because me and Zoe, who played it, we love a row. I love rowing.
Not in real life.
No, but there's ask any actor, there's nothing better than arguing. I love it.
Yeah. And do you think it's going to kind of, like, just dissolve into oblivion? Because, as you rightly said, he had a stroke previously. I was watching, actually, some old footage of you talking about that and how they did all the makeup on your face.
Amazing, yeah.
And you didn't look until they revealed it.
Yeah, I didn't look. I didn't see it until I saw it in the mirror in the take of the scene, yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah, it was horrifying, actually.
Do you think that it could even go there?
Well, I think he does refer to it a few times when he's talking to Paddy, his best mate. He does say, this is stressing me out. And, you know, stress is bad for stroke survivors. It is. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But the whole point of the story is that, and the way that he reacts to it and the way that they start locking horns over it is, it could go anywhere. And Marlon's not got a great track record. He's been married 5 times, you know. So he's not got a great
love to give.
He's got a lot. He loves love. He loves love. He's just, you know, he's not consistent. So it's been fascinating to play, and it's been really detailed. And every time you get a script, it's brilliant, you know, because every time you get a script, you're having to make gear changes, you know, about your position, because your position, like the audience's position, is changing all the time.
But didn't they, talking of changing position, didn't they do that when you went in for the character initially? All those years ago. Because wasn't he written, first of all, as like some real Lothario, Adonis?
It literally said, Marlon appears, he is an Adonis, a Greek god. And I looked at the script and I went into the loo outside the audition room, and I went into the mirror and I was going, trying to smolder, you know, thinking like, this is not...
How so you doing?
So then I went in and I said to the director, this stage direction about him being this beautiful... He went, no, don't worry, he's now a nerd who thinks he's those things. Oh, thanks. Thanks.
I think.
I think we've got a clip which we can all enjoy.
Have you?
Of day one.
Have you?
Never stops getting funny. Here we go.
You better have a good reason for being here, pal.
You better be able to fight with an attitude like that.
Marlon!
How you doing, Mandy?
I've never seen you, Marlon!
Hey, we're Albert, Marlon. That's me, Uncle Zach. What brings you over here, then? I'd sooner tell you after I bought you a pint. There must be a decent pub round here somewhere.
I don't believe today. It just gets better and better.
Different character, different voice.
Amazing, though. And obviously Steve was in that shot as well. And there was a wonderful... You put such a lovely tribute on your Instagram to him. Sadly, you've all lost him. And it feels like the Dingle family and his role in the Dingle family and how it's sort of integral to all of you were as characters, but also as a young actor coming onto that set must have been really important. Mark.
He was the first person to hug me. He was the first person to say, don't worry. He was the first person I went to when I had any problems. And everybody loves Steve. Everybody, I mean, we are a family on that show. And the Dingles are a family within that family. And he was very much our patriarch. But he was so young at heart. He was an example of how, you know, to stay being young at heart. And he was always one of the funniest human beings. Everybody misses him terribly. It's a massive loss, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you must just have the most amazing time on that show because you have been there for all those years, and now it's round the other side. It's a real full circle moment where you turn around and you're winning an Outstanding Achievement Award.
Outstanding Achievement, Mark. I think I messaged you on the day.
Yeah,
it's about
amazing.
time.
It was lovely, and you know, you're meant to be cool about awards and stuff like that, aren't you? You're kind of you know. But it was lovely. It was a lovely thing to get, and it blew my mind on the night because I had no idea. And 3 of Marlon's exes were up there presenting it, and it was an amazing night, and I don't even know what I said on the stage afterwards, but I do know that it does, when you've been in something that long, I'm not going to lie, it meant a lot to me. It was lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's sensational. And long may it continue. It feels like, you know, obviously this storyline's got a long way to run, but it feels like you're still sort of embracing the challenge of being there and being part of the day.
I think if you're still worrying about it when you go home after you've done work, I think that's a really good sign.
Yeah.
And you know, never take it for granted, never assume there's another contract. You just do your best all the time. I'm an anxious person anyway, so my anxiety is perfect for this job. It keeps you on your toes, you know.
Thank you.
We'd quite like to see some Greek-inspired cooking from Marlon at some point.
I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, sold.
The lamb chops.
I won't drop the fork this time. It was so cool.
No, that's part of the charm. Part of the charm.
Lovely to see you, Mark. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.